Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joshua Nelson-Brady and this is
Devario.
Today we will be conducting a steering and front suspension system test. So first off, in the space of time, we have already jacked up the vehicle and placed it on stands. And now Jackson will he's in position to do a visual test of the wear of the vehicle tire. As you can see, there is not too much wear on the outer ends here, and there is not too much wear here, so it is wearing evenly. There is nothing wrong with this tire. This tire has been inflated properly and it has been run on the road properly. So now we will be conducting a wiggle test. So Jackson will place his hands at 9 and 3 and he will move it. He will push in on each side to see if there is any form of play. As you can see, there is not much play. There is not more play than there should be. Now he will place his hands at 12 and 6, testing the ball joint and the so he will now be testing the ball joint and the front suspension system. So as you can see, there is not much play, there is not more than there should be. So now we will move on to removing the tire for a closer visual inspection. Okay, so now the tire has been removed and placed under the vehicle, so it is out of the way and as a safety precaution. Now Jackson will go down and he will look at our McPherson strut assembly to see if there is any form of liquid, any dampness, or there is any oil leaking out. Is there any, Jackson?
No.
Okay, so now he will go ahead and test if there is any play on the stabilizer bar. Is there any play?
Negative.
Okay, now he will check our boots to see if there are any fractures or punctures. If there are any fractures or punctures, there will be oil leaking or seeping out. Okay, so there is none. Now we will move along to testing our outer and inner tie rods. We will turn the steering so we can have a better visual of it. So now it is turned as much as possible. Jackson can now see exactly what is taking place. So we will now look and take a quick inspection of our ABS wire and our brake line to see if they are in place and where they should be. Are they?
Yes, positive.
How is the condition of them? Are they wearing? Is there any form of cracks on the wires and the hose?
No.
Okay, so that quick inspection is successful and there is nothing wrong. There is no need to make a suggestion to the owner of this vehicle. So now we are going to test the boot on the CV joint to see if there is anything wrong with it. Is there anything wrong with it, Jackson?
No.
Okay, so after feeling and looking at it, we can see that there is no oil or any form of water leakages anywhere on it. So now, okay, so now we will be testing the inner and outer tie rod ends for any form of play, any excessive play. As you can see, there isn't any form of excessive play. Now we can move on to using our pry bar and testing the ball joint to see if there is any form of excessive play. So after setting the pry bar in place, we can see that it is stiff and there is no form of play. So now we'll be testing the ball joint to see if there is any form of play. So as you can see, Jackson has set his hand. So now testing the ball joint with the pry bar to see if there's any form of play. As you can see,
There's no form of excessive play at all. Okay.
okay, so moving on to the control arm bushing. Testing to see if there is any form of play. So
There's no any excessive play.
so there are some minor cracks on the bushing, but that is the case with this kind of vehicle. So now we have completed our test for this side of the vehicle. We will now return the steering so that we can replace the tire, and we will be finished for this side. And this procedure will be the same for the next side of the vehicle.